Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And that was a bottle flip.
And this is me without glasses.
And we're the Whiskey Watchers. And today...
Now I can see you.
He can see you seeing us.
Cheers.
So, we've gotten a few questions about flights, like bourbon flights.
I like flights.
And we enjoy doing flights. We love pouring flights for other people. I love blind flights, but this one in particular...
You like blinding me with flights is what you like doing. You like testing me.
You still haven't come in and been like, hey, I'm pouring you shit today.
I know.
So one of these days he's going to come in and be like, all right, go in there. I'm pouring you stuff.
Usually it's almost all set up for the first episode, and I'm like...
Yeah. But today we're doing something a little different. This flight, we're going to cater to total beginners. Say a friend of yours came over to your house and said, hey,
you have a lot of bourbon.
Yep,
Can you pour me some up?
Or I'm curious. Yeah, you have a lot of bourbon. I want to try some. I'm curious. What are you going to pour them? And, you know, are you going to blow them out of the water? Are you going to pour them all this, all that? We're going to give you 5 bottles that we think are perfect for a beginner right here. Right now, let's do it.
Hey.
All right, so the first bottle that we're going to get into, I think you should always
George T. Stagg, that's right.
You should start someone off easy. And for me, Old Forester 86, the blue label, it's on a lot of shelves around us and should be around the nation, honestly. I think that would be a perfect introduction to bourbon. It's low proof. It's in the 80 proof-ish range, 86 proof. It's not going to blow them out of the water. It's not going to be so low proof, I guess, that there's no flavor. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to taste it.
Let them know.
So, yeah.
Is it low enough proof, or do we need to go to that 35%?
God. It in his head all the time.
All the time.
So, Old Forester 86, I think the Brown-Forman flavor profile is just, to me, iconic in the world of bourbon. A lot of cherry, a lot of vanilla, a lot of, yeah, even their rye is amazing. So, yeah, I think this would be perfectly fine. Yeah, for a beginner, that's fine. To someone who's been drinking cast strength bourbon all day, it tastes like a lot of water with a little flavoring. But for a beginner,
nothing like
who literally has just taken their first sip of bourbon, A+. Perfect. Good to go.
I know a couple of people who say 80 proof is too high, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
So the second bottle we kind of decided upon is a rye whiskey. Jake, you wanna talk about this? Because he loves this distillery. We both love this distillery.
It's one of the few ryes I actually drink, and they do it right. 93 proof, just came out, legitimately.
So is this the High Road?
Came out, that is the High Road.
So Hard Truth High Road Rye.
Their sweet mash is the best rye. You can't argue with me about this. I will close my ears and go la 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 like a 4-year-old because they do it properly.
He really will. He'll 4-year-old you. Just saying.
What was it?
So
this comedian I was listening to, he's like, he's insane and he argues like a 5th grader. He's unstoppable.
He's unstoppable. So they take their traditional rye whiskey mash bill, the RW1 mash bill. They proof it down to a very comfortable 93 proof. And
put it in a beautiful bottle.
Put it in an absolutely beautiful bottle with a natural cork top. I know I go through this every time, best packaging in whiskey. It's
and my thing is, if you want to see the truck on the front of the bottle, you can legit go to the distillery and it's sitting there.
Yep, it's sitting in front of the distillery.
They just had some guy come up and be like, hey, draw this truck. And they're like, fucking, all right.
So, but this thing delivers all the flavors of their cast strength sweet mash rye that we've come to know and love. And I think it would be perfect for a beginner flight.
With the drinkability of someone new to bourbon.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's that third bottle?
Something a little bit bonded.
Right.
Something the government had to get involved with.
The government?
Yeah, something the government had to get involved with. Evan Williams, white label, bottled and bond. Since 1783, it says it right on the cap. And it's a twist cap, if I remember right.
It is a twist cap.
This one's sealed.
I just had to go out and buy this. We finished this one off, or at least I finished this one off with some cocktails.
That tells you something.
So bonded whiskey, absolutely perfect proof point. It's right at 100. Good for cocktails. Good for just sipping straight.
Good for harvesting in one part of the year.
Yeah. There are a lot of regulations.
Bonded whiskey is nuts with the amount of regulations.
So, and I think it's perfect to go on to a beginner flight just for its drinkability, its findability, and its affordability.
No, it's the drinkability. I forget. It's some beer company they did that. I think it was Bud Light. Drinkability, and this is a while back. It's like, I would hope so.
Oh, yeah. So you got another one down here you've been kind of hiding.
Oh, God.
It's a long, skinny bottle.
Yeah, this bad boy.
And this one
my
might...
microphone keeps like tilting it.
Well, this one might surprise some people, but we felt that it was kind of appropriate to put something on here that, well, you had to look for a little bit.
Something that your average hunter is going to pass up, but there's a little in this glass. My gosh.
He really didn't finish that drink. So...
your average drinker, your average guy like me, after you have 2 or 3 of them, you kind of start to pass them up a little bit, and you're like, well, that's $45. I really don't need to spend. And that's if you can find it at MSRP.
But to be honest, we kind of backed and forth around this one because I do feel it's kind of important to put a bottle on here that you'll have to do just a little bit of looking for, but is still very attainable at a store. Stores around us have been seeing a lot more of these. We've seen them at Walmart.
Stores around us have been getting like Buffalo Trace crazy.
We've been seeing them at Walmart's. We've been seeing them at Costco's.
What was that one weird one you found? Didn't you find a pick at Walmart?
This was back in 2020 when everything shut down. I found an Old Forester Distillery 100 or 93 proof, I think, when they were pick. Not that Walmart did. It was the 2020 Distillery edition that I think they just sent out to the masses.
But it was weird to see it at our Walmart, because our Walmart usually has...
It used to not get anything, but our Walmart recently has been kind of tearing it up. I've seen E.H. Taylor, I've seen Blanton's, I've seen Eagle Rare, I've
Buffalo
seen
Trace out the wazoo. 2-3
Rye.
rows of 8 apiece just sitting there.
So, yeah, I guess Johnson Brothers is getting things out to the masses.
They being fair now, and we like that around here.
I like fairness. But in all
now,
honesty,
if we start seeing Weller at Walmart, that's when people are going to go, bananas.
So we did kind of have to back and forth about this. You know, do we want Blanton's? Do we want Eagle Rare? I think the age statement and the fact that this wasn't a single barrel,
the single barrel
kind of won out, because you could have a really good Blanton's and then you could turn around and have a not so good Blanton's.
You could give your buddy your favorite Blanton's and then he'd go out and find one and go, why did you? This is crap.
Yep.
It's a single barrel, man. They're all going to be a little bit different.
Yep. So the last one that we're going to put up here is a higher proof option. I think that a cask strength bourbon or something that is going to blow their socks off just a little bit.
144 proof.
Yeah, hazmat whiskey. No. Actually, I'll just grab it right here since you're taking a drink. Wild Turkey Rare Breed has kind of become a staple. It's a bottle that I will always keep on my shelf. It's readily available around here for about $55.
It doesn't have a back label. It has a sticker, which is weird.
It has a little sticker, but these come in at what, 118?
58, 116.8
proof. I mean, so it's not, it is higher proof, but it's not so stupendously high proof that...
Dang, they even tell you it's a number 4 char. That's wild.
That they're going to cry about it. So, again, staple of my bar. I will always keep it in this room. One bottle at a time. Once we drink that one down, another one will take its place.
Kind of like that Evan Williams, because that's a good mixing whiskey, because it's got the higher proof, it has the low price, and it's not horrible.
No, we're going to have to talk about standards that we'll always keep in here at some point. So,
or even on your random bar, like E.H. Taylor, I think, is one we both try to keep.
Yeah, it's one that we both try and keep. But
I'm a Sazerac slut, you know that.
Yeah, I know. We
Daddy
both are.
says.
We both are in some ways, but in other ways, you know, I'm more aligned with the Old Forester.
I was about to whisper, Old Forester.
Penelope is slowly starting to kind of get that tug.
Dude, I've had
and
to
Wild
slow
Turkey,
down.
Wild Turkey with their picks lately. A lot of picks around here have been coming out with Camp Nelson stickers. Woo.
Good luck finding those. It's usually as soon as they're announced, and people go, "Is that Camp Nelson?" And then they're leaving whatever they're doing to go get it.
They're in the middle of surgery. They just leave.
Nurse!
Anyway, so these are 5 bottles that we think would go really well on a flight for a newer person in bourbon.
Start them off with a 116.
Yeah, start them there, take them there. But
if you do, you're the dick.
But in all honesty, there are so many bottles out there that could be on this bar right now. These are just 5 that we thought would do really well.
This was a 25-minute conversation to come up with these 5, and it could have been a lot longer.
Yeah, but we're kind of pressed for time. So, go down to the comment section below and let us know what 5 bottles would you put on your flight for a beginner. We'd be really interested in hearing that.
Stack Jr., George T., Elmer T. Lee,
We'll just
Lee
put the
W.
whole
Sinclair.
Buffalo. Let's put the whole Buffalo Trace line. It's fine.
And then to finish it off, of course, an Amburana, because you don't want them to drink anything else after that. According to you. But I get it. A full-fledged Amburana, that's like good luck tasting anything else.
Right. But anyway, we want to thank you for joining us today. It's been a whole experience. And
not as many legs. Still some, but not as many. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, not as many.
I want to remind you to go down below and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell.
I just gave up on it and decided if I smash it, I smash it.
But it sounded better.
I did.
So
these are Pyrex, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Why not?
So yeah, hit that hit that notification bell to be notified of any post new content. And until we drink again, everyone, we want to thank you again and remind you to share a pour with your friends and family because just like the movies,
memories don't make themselves.
They really don't. Cheers.
Cheers. Ancient age. Oh, God. I don't even know if you still have that laying around, do you?